People are trying just about anything to cut the tension in their homes, and couples around the world are discovering new triggers, new stressors in their relationships as they are confined with each other 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for weeks on end. Now, before the break, Ron and Dianne joined me, and we had only just begun to scratch the surface on their relationship as they're forced to be confined together as recent divorcees for the next few months. And guys, we were just talking about the fact that the police were called over a grocery bill. Somebody needs to explain this to me, because I'm wondering if things are just losing all proportionality here. What are we calling the cops over a grocery bill for?
It really wasn't over a grocery bill. Actually, when I called the police up, I asked the person on the phone, I was looking for some guidance as to what my rights were. And so they asked me some questions, and they would determine that it would be best for some sheriff's officers to actually come out to the scene, assess the situation, and then provide the right advice to me.
And what rights were you verifying or exploring?
Well, there's three arguments that were going on. One of them was about her, that I owed her $200,000 over and beyond the two hundred and
I never
seventy-five
said
thousand
that. I
dollars.
never said that.
So this was an ongoing, every day yelling at me that I owed her this money. And I tried to explain to her that the money was for living. We had a joint checking account, and she was putting money from her job into the same account that I was putting money from my job into. And then we were using that money to pay our bills and our way.
And you thought a street cop was going to adjudicate a $200,000 dispute in a divorce proceeding?
No, that was the argument that we were having. And I felt that she was harassing me over that.
See, this is what I have to go through every day. He wanted to go through my belongings, and he wanted to know if he had the right to do that because I already had them packed. He wanted a certain Christmas village, if you really want to know.
I wasn't interested in the
and
Christmas village. I was interested in my property that went in those boxes that I had no recall, because I was never here during the time she was packing those boxes.
You know what? This should have been settled with the attorneys, Dr. Phil. And
Well, but it wasn't. But you guys are adults, and I'm looking in here, and according to Dianne, you say that you guys are fighting daily, starting sometimes in the morning. That there's name calling, that he's calling you stupid and idiot, and that I don't get a thank you, a good morning, never has anything nice to say, that he screams and corners me, that he starts fights every time, that he triggers me. That's what you say is going on.
That is the absolute God honest truth.
Not at all.
And Ron, you say that simple conversations turn into Dianne screaming bloody murder, calls you vulgar names. Dianne doesn't hear my point of view. It's a one-way street. If I don't smile, she'll raise her voice, and I'm walking away before any resolution.
He's sarcastic. He's a narcissistic. He's like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Well, I was asking Ron to respond if I'm getting accurately what Ron's saying.
I believe totally in what you just said. I have no control over her rage.
Why are y'all sleeping in the same bed still? If you've got this much hostility and you're divorced, why are you sleeping in the same bed?
She actually bought a brand new bed that she was going to take with her when she moved out, but it's still in a box in the garage. And we have a bedroom that she could be putting that into, but she refuses to do that, and I don't know why.
Oh, he doesn't know why? Because the floor is ripped up, and he wants me to sleep in a room like that.